hold the phone. Hold the phone before the podcast starts. I want you to hold the phone in your hand. Just take your phone out. If you're driving, take both hands. Hold that phone tight.
No, don't do that.
That's not
2 hands on the wheel.
2 hands on the wheel. 2 hands on the phone.
That's true.
We're gonna need there's a 4-hand situation.
What are they, Goro?
I need 2 on the wheel and 2 on the phone, and here's what you do. You want to help support the show, become part of this awesome community we are building. You go to SpitballersPod.com, click Become a Spitwad. That way, we listen to your questions first. We're going to give you the priority that you deserve. You're going to help support our show. We're going to have a good time, and you get early access to every single episode we make. Go to SpitballersPod.com, become a Spitwad today.
What happens when 3 buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
A sweet up up boop up to get down.
Oh, was there a deep breath in the middle of it?
No, it was just the internet. Don't worry. Thank you.
He's got it in full. Okay. Well, that was a relief to Jason. He didn't have to get in. Al Borland taking care of the scat for us in his sultry voice.
Oh, please. That was a guest appearance by Kylo Ren. He dropped in for the scat.
It did sound like it. How you doing, Al?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, there he is.
Superman does good.
I was hoping he would. I'm fine. Jason's doing very well. If you're watching on YouTube, Jason's enjoying. I guess the beaches are not as packed as they used to be, Jason?
The beaches are empty, so if you record remotely from the beach, you both have a wonderful experience and can get arrested.
There's no wind. There's no wind going on there. Those are some static clouds just sitting.
And trees.
Yeah.
And waves.
Wow. Don't worry about it.
The waves is the bigger giveaway. We're focused here on the clouds.
The moon has gone a little bit too far away right now, and the waves are seceding.
Welcome into Spitballers episode 94 at Spitballers Pod on Twitter. We have Would You Rather, Liar Liar.
Yes. Oh, Jason, you didn't know?
Today? I didn't know.
And a spectacular draft coming your way on today's episode. Andy, Mike, and Jason with you.
Oh, my goodness. This draft, there is... Look,
this draft is wonderful.
There is an answer that is certainly going to come out for this draft, and it will be the apex of this show.
Well, I look forward to that moment.
You've piqued my interest.
You clearly haven't given any thought to the draft.
That's okay. We'll leave it in mystery right now. You can find the show. You can see Jason chilling on the very, very calm beach. YouTube.com/Spitballers, and you can find out how you can support the show at SpitballersPod.com. Become an official Spitwad. Support the podcast. You guys ready to get into it?
Yep.
Would you rather?
All right, our first Would You Rather question comes in from Ginny's Kids on Patreon. They'd like to know, would you rather have a bodyguard sit across from you in a chair to keep you safe while you sleep, or sit no less than 4 inches from your face every time you eat to ensure you don't choke?
All right.
Why would I want either of these things?
Well, you don't, but you have to pick one because that's the name of the game, Jason. So one of them is really, really uncomfortable because they're 4 inches away from you while you're eating. 4
inches is very close.
That's very, very close. They are not social distancing. That is 100% correct. But the other issue is someone is watching you sleep, which why is it that the idea that someone is watching you sleep is so horrifying? Why is it so bad?
I don't understand how long. I mean, how long would it take for me to get used to that? Even if I knew I was safe.
Never. The answer is never.
That doesn't bother me at all. Is it?
Wait,
I could put a webcam up and let the world watch me sleep.
No.
Please don't.
A webcam is so much different than the physical presence of a bodyguard, implying bodyguard is said super jacked dude just watching you sleep.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe this is the difference. I have what the doctors call sleep apnea. So I'm going to get the most out of that man. I don't even need a CPAP anymore.
Hold on.
When I stop breathing,
need the guy.
Does he give you mouth to mouth? Or mouth to
all
nose?
All he needs to do is just give me a little, just give me a little wake up. A little, hey, bud, come on, breathe. Okay, as you were. That's it. I just need to make sure I don't stop breathing.
Okay, so this question is more for me and Andy because we don't need someone watching us to sleep.
Yeah, it's anxiety inducing if a very large man is sitting with his eyes open staring at you. Those moments when you wake up, you got to go pee in the middle of the night. You doing all right?
I'm just imagining because I'm a television sleeper. I flip it on, I watch a show or a movie, and then like as I'm falling asleep, generally I flip it off. So I'm just imagining me turning it off and going to sleep now, huh? Yes. Thank you for saying that.
I have imagined this bodyguard is checking in way too often. He's saying things like,
he's doing his job.
You all right? You doing okay?
You doing all right?
There he is. Part of the problem here is if he's watching me sleep, he's also watching my wife sleep. And
is that weird? So you're fine?
Hold on, that's where you draw the line?
Well, look, I'm just saying.
He's a bodyguard.
Maybe you guys sleep head to toe, pants, a sweater, T-shirt, whatever.
No.
We don't. We sleep in comfortable attire. We move around a lot. I'm just saying, you're going to see some things.
You sleep not safe for work?
I sleep. Well, I mean, no, I don't sleep safe for work. I couldn't go to work dressed as I sleep. So no, I sleep not safe for work.
Is dressed even considered what you are in that situation? It's undressed.
Do you sleep the way you were born?
I don't because of these stupid children. In all the years of marriage before we had kids, I absolutely slept as I came into the world, comfortable.
I will tell this story in part to embarrass my brother-in-law Joshua.
Oh, get him.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that he very much sleeps the way he came into the world.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he
Currently.
does. Currently. And he's very 100%.
No.
Listen, he's a hairy man, and let's put it this way. He tells this story. He came down the stairs in the buff.
What?
And
what? Oh, what?
That's a whole new thing. That's a whole different problem.
Listen to the story. He was going downstairs to get a glass of water, comes down in the buff. Dog had peed at the base of stairs. He ends up slipping and just splattering his whole nude body in the dog pee on the tile. Has to go back upstairs dripping wet in the buff. Yes, Joshua does that.
Okay.
No, that's a sitcom presence. That's not real.
I promise you, he has insisted on the fact he cannot sleep any other way.
No, and look, I can actually relate to that. It took me a while to be able to sleep not a la mode. You know what I mean? Like
a la mode with ice cream?
Yes. That's what I'm calling it
with
here.
With a scoop of vanilla?
With a scoop. Well, it's like 2 scoops of vanilla when you're talking about me. But no. It's like a gallon of vanilla.
A la mode. He sleeps a la mode.
It's so much more comfortable to sleep nude. The problem is I have kids that come into my room or cuddle into bed.
You have some semblance of adjusting your attire for your
100%. 100%. But that's a whole different world than saying, well, I'm going to go. I already was nude, so I have to go downstairs nude. Like, well, what if you're nude when you need to check the mail, Josh? You're just like, well, I was naked, so I'm going to the mail.
It's a true story, man. I don't want the 4 inches from my face. I will deal with the nighttime sleeping because...
Yeah, I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there, Andy. I wouldn't want that either. Yes. Oh, we're all taking the bodyguard at night now.
Jared from Patreon. Would you rather sleep? Here's another sleep question. Oh my goodness.
Nightmares.
Would you rather sleep with all your clothes on, shoes included?
It's getting hot at this beach.
All right, I got to start over. This is fine.
Oh, all right.
This is fine. Would you rather sleep with all your clothes on, and shoes, which that's not a good time, or sleep with all the lights on and nothing can cover your face and eyes?
Oh my word!
Have you ever gone swimming with your shoes on?
I have.
No.
Well, I haven't gone swimming, but I've been in.
You've fallen in a pool, sure.
Yeah, fallen in a pool, or
No, I guess you don't do it on purpose.
Oh,
or been what's it called? Rock hopping. You done that? Then you fall in and you're waiting. You know what I'm talking
rock
about?
hopping?
Yeah, you guys. Is this a new thing for you two? Al Borland knows, right?
It's called rock hopping?
Yeah. When you go to like a lake or a stream and there's like, some rocks that you could hop across the stream.
Upon?
Yes, you could hop upon these rocks to cross the stream. But my family, we used to go camping and we would go rock hopping. We would go out.
I've never heard rock hopping. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I've never heard
Al?
the phrase.
I have never heard that either. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, get bodied.
Spitwads, come to my rescue. There's rock hoppers out there.
Like you put it on the schedule. That like 8 a.m. is breakfast, 9 a.m. is rock hopping.
Yes, we go 100%. We planned to go rock hopping. And when we did that, every now and then you'd fall in and you get the completely fully soaked foot, shoe, sock, and it is awful.
Sleeping with your shoes on doesn't feel like you are able to get ready for bed. That's like what happens.
Or are
accident.
You always ready for bed?
I guess. Well, you would become that way, and then the sleeping with all the lights on, that stinks.
I don't know if it could happen. Like at first, when you first read this question, I'm like, well,
eventually,
I have to take the other one because I could not sleep with my shoes and socks and clothes on. But I actually think, if I'm tired and you turn all the lights out and, I'm probably not going under covers because I already got built-in covers, I would get sleep. But if the lights are on, that's like the number one thing that keeps me from sleeping.
I guess that's the biggest question, Jason. So it's both scenarios. One, you're very, very tired, had a hard day of work. You go and you're fully dressed and you're just like, oh, and you just laid right down on the mattress and you fall asleep. Or you get ready for bed and your spouse is still getting ready for bed, which this has happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you guys where she's getting ready for bed because, look, our bedtime routines are very different. Mine involves get into underpants and go to sleep. and
that's your routine.
Yeah, that's my whole routine.
And obviously put your shoes on.
But my point is, like, I've fallen asleep with the lights on, but I don't know if every single night, if they're on, is that going to create a problem for you, like, in the middle of the night?
Can I put my neighbor on blast for a second?
Well,
100%. Only if you name them and give their address. Though.
I don't. Well, I would just love to. That's the responsible thing to do. But I don't know these neighbors. They are the behind my house neighbors, right? So they're not on my street. They're on the street behind, and they just moved in. It was really nice for a long time. That house was vacant. Well, now they moved in, and I think the first thing they did is replace all the floodlights in the backyard with spotlights. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. When their lights are on, our street's lights are on. And here's the best part. They love to not turn them off at night.
Yeah.
They love to leave those on. And so literally last night, I've got shutters in my bedroom, and they were open like 4 inches. I mean, one shutter was
like a bodyguard
just
from your eating.
Yeah, like a Josh away. And so I couldn't sleep, man. Last night I woke up like 40 times because and each time
you couldn't fix the shutter.
I thought about it each time, Andy. I was like,
you just didn't want to get out of bed?
I didn't want to go.
Oh,
get,
come on.
It's 2 in the morning, and I thought I just go back to sleep. Like, oh, that's annoying. Whatever. I'm going to go to sleep. I didn't think it would keep happening. And every time, now I'm pot committed to not shutting it.
You see, Jason, we had neighbors that did the exact same thing. I had to go knock on the door. Eventually had to do it.
Ooh. See, I don't like confrontation.
They said they left they had 2 giant floods that would just completely fill our entire backyard. And they said they had them on so that the dogs could see whether there were snakes in the backyard.
The dogs that can see in the
have
dark.
night vision.
That was the reason why. They wanted their dogs to be able to see if there were snakes
You need to give
around.
them a science lesson about rods and cones.
So they slightly moved them downward, and we lived with it.
Yes.
But anyways, getting back to the question, sleeping with shoes on or lights on? Shoes on or lights on?
I got used to sleeping in my boxers, so I think I could get used to sleeping in my shoes.
Yeah, it's not just shoes. It's all your clothes. Your full clothes.
Yeah, yes. I'm going fully dressed, no covers.
All right, I'll go that way too.
Yeah.
This question seems stupid.
Okay, let's have it.
It comes in from Bree and Tiffany.
Oh, that sounds really, really stupid.
Would you rather?
Those are the names of our wives.
Yeah, well, two of our wives. You'll see by the question. Would you rather be handsome like Mike or ugly like Andy and Jason?
Huh.
I'll choose handsome like Mike.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll choose handsome like Mike.
I guess I'm gonna choose ugly like Andy and Jason.
Oh, the best.
This doesn't seem like a great question, to be honest with you.
It seems like a very poor question.
The best part about this question is
Mike just typed it in.
Mike wrote it just now.
No, not just now, but
earlier,
probably 30 minutes ago. And look, I noticed that Owl Borland needed some questions for Would You Rather, so I simply I was trying to help the show, and I guess it got left in there, and it's a very important question that people need to know, and they need to think about. Would you rather
people? I mean, our wives, Jason and my wife.
Well, they're the ones asking the question.
They need to know it. Yeah,
I'm saying people need to think about. Do you want to be handsome like Mike or ugly like Andy and Jason?
Oh, this is like I want to be like Michael Jordan. I'll be handsome like Mike, like Mike Jordan.
Now I get it. All right, I'm going to ask a real
almost
one.
There.
This one comes in from a person on Patreon. Would you rather have a bank account but never be able to check your balance and have to keep track of your transactions on paper, or never be able to use a bank account and only have cash?
All right. I'll jump in here because maybe you guys have had experience with the cash people, because apparently there are cash people out there, and they live their lives in the manner of like it's their budgetary. It's the way that they budget. They have the certain amount of cash. Once that cash is gone, it's letting them know that they cannot spend anymore. Meanwhile, they could do the exact same budgeting and financial planning, but get all the bonus credit card points.
Man, I think you're wrong there, Mike. I think you're wrong there. Speaking as someone...
Talk me into the cash plan.
All right, here's the cash plan. The cash plan is you're out of cash, whoopsie doozles, you're out of luck. You can't do anything else. When you get low on cash, you got a plan. It's basically the spanking from mommy and daddy that you need because you're not really a grown-up yet. When you are in need of that spanking, them credit card points gonna get you in trubs because you're gonna rack up them credit card interest, and you're not going to follow through. And next thing you know, you're gonna owe more money. You're gonna have spent more money. So yeah, no, I've been the cash person before. I've needed that in my life. I have.
You've been in the world where it's like I can't just keep track and have the self-control. I have to actually have the physical limiter in my life. Otherwise, I will not be in any type of control.
Yeah. So,
yep.
100%. Here's the thing: when I was a young man, becoming a young man, that's when I ran a pretty successful company. I think you've heard of it.
Sure. Okay.
So money was not something that, as I became an adult, I ever learned was finite, because I just spend whatever I want to spend. I made whatever I want. Okay. And so it was one of those things where I never grew up financially at that point in my life. It was just spend, because money was infinity. And then eventually, that
infinity was
the Piper showed up.
Finite. The Piper showed up. And so, yeah, it took some time in my life to grow up. So that's like the Ramsey plan, right? Dave Ramsey has that cash-only system.
Is he a cash-only guy?
An envelope type of system, yeah.
Yeah, he recommends that. So I've been there. So this is really a question of, do you want...
Meanwhile, Dave Ramsey's racking up super sweet credit card points, getting free vacations.
Oh, for sure. He's got a lot of them points coming.
He's got none of them. Hey, if you have the cash thing is just inconvenient, because obviously there's some places that they don't want to take cash. It's very inconvenient. you got to go into the gas station and give them cash and put it on a pump. There are some limitations there. The other side is like going back to checkbook balancing days where you're keeping track of your entire bank account inside of your checkbook, which
that's true.
I'm old enough to literally have been taught that in school. Like we had to have a
they are still
checkbook.
I just took
they
my
still
daughter.
do that?
I know. Look, so here's what happened. I
don't
took
have
my
checks.
daughter. It was her big field trip of the year. Like this is the thing that everyone looks forward to before school got shut down, of course. But we went, and it's called BizTown, and this was a situation where it's like I kept getting. I was told about it all year, and it led up to the point of like, okay, Dad has to go on this field trip because it's so important. I said, all right, let's make this happen. I go. Number one, it was incredible. This was a situation that I couldn't even imagine it was this awesome, where it's a building and they literally have built out a mini town, and there's all sorts of businesses from the bank, the exterminator. I worked at a radio station. There's the doctor. There's a Chick-fil-A. There's Cox.
This is in Arizona?
Yes, this is in Arizona, and people and schools travel like from Vegas to go to this BizTown because it's like this really, really cool experience for kids to learn all sorts of things about business, like a crash course. But what they still do, they still write checks, and they still have their checkbook that they're teaching kids how to use. And I'm like, okay, my daughter is almost 11 years old. Will checks really exist when she is old enough that she's on her own for finances? No, we need to update this to get rid of checkbooks. People don't need them anymore.
Yeah, they're for the occasional person that does something that requires a check. I have, and one
like
book
out
will
in
last
Sun
you.
City.
One book will last you years nowadays. But I think that it would be. I think I would go that route of having to keep track of my own balance more than
100%.
I
can't do cash. If I'm doing cash, I'm giving away 1 to 5% on every transaction.
Yeah, I'm going to take the same
bad
thing. And
business.
I can tell you as a young man that when you do that and you don't track your transactions, everything's fine. Everything works out, my man. Just go. Just you be you.
Just go. Yeah, everything is fine. No big deal.
It's free money.
Yeah, it's super easy. Soups.
All right, let's get into Liar Liar.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're not getting us today, Al Borland.
Oh, no.
Not today.
You think you're pretty special with that sultry, deep voice and scat from the beginning of this show that was so devilish. But you're not tricking us today. We're going to defeat you. We're going to see through your lies.
This is the one, guys. This is the one I go undefeated. I'm going to go 3-0.
Are you ready for us, Al?
I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to read you 3 facts or supposed facts, and we're going to identify the lie and embarrass Al Borland. Here we go. Sloths have bad eyesight, which sometimes leads them to grabbing their own arm instead of a branch, causing them to fall from trees.
Oh, my gosh. Well, this is already harder than I thought. What?
So that's the first fact.
That can't be
So
true.
they grab their own arm. Whoops.
How is Sloth still alive?
Well,
Dude,
this
I
could
do
be,
not know.
This could be false. Number 2, in Boston, a large tank of molasses burst and sent a 35-mile-per-hour wave of molasses rushing down the street, killing 21 people and injuring 150 people. It is known as the Boston Molassacre.
No way. The Boston
He would never make up something this wild, would he?
Oh my gosh.
The Boston Molassacre?
It
All right,
was wild in the beginning. It was wild when you said a 35-mile-an-hour wave that killed 21 and injured 150 people because, molasses, which, by the way, is known for being
Slow
slow.
as molasses?
But then that wasn't enough, and Al Borland would tack on. It is known as the Boston Massacre. That's so brutal. That's not even okay to make up jokes. But this is the man who's like, oh, let's come up with some Hitler jokes.
And number 3, ancient Romans used human and animal urine as a mouth rinse to whiten their teeth.
Oh, I take back my 3-0 comment. This is rough.
All right, so
I feel like the molasses thing
I'm going to tip my hand. I didn't know it was called the Boston Massacre, but that story is 1,000% true. I know of a story from
You're
watching.
telling me there are 21 families who lost one of their people?
I am telling you,
to molasses?
back when I was a vampire and I was up all night sleeping all day, I watched a lot of those History Channel specials, and there was definitely some sort of molasses problem where there was like that was their company and they had an explosion and there was a huge wave of molasses that killed a bunch of people. Like this is true. I don't know if those numbers are
How many
100%.
molassacres are there in the world every year?
I can't imagine there's more than one.
So I think the sloth one's real. I think the last one's fake. I'm going to vote the lie as the ancient Romans using human and animal urine.
I'm 100% supportive there. I can't imagine you'd think, let's whiten our yellow teeth with this yellow water.
Come on, the Romans? But the Romans are doing weird stuff, man.
I don't doubt it, but that's what I'm going with. I just think they would try something else. Nor do I think they care about whitening their teeth. I mean, people on the other side of the globe right now don't care.
Okay, that's a good way to think about it. Did ancient Romans have?
Well, I mean, they had the white
dental
robes.
hygiene?
They had the white robes. They probably wanted to match.
Oh crap! You bring up another good point.
Yeah, I mean, Jason and I are on the same team here. Mike, where are you going?
Look, I want to believe that is the right one, but sloths like grabbing their own arm. How are they still alive?
Well, some of them aren't.
Their entire, but the species is still alive, and if their entire defensive strategy is that they can climb up a tree very, very slowly, but sometimes they grab their own arms and fall to doom.
Long arms.
Our other producer has just posted an update on sloths. Maybe this will help us determine whether this is true or not.
Work me through it.
So this is Google results of what people ask about sloths. They say, are sloths dangerous? Do sloths die when they poop?
Do they? Wait, no, hold on. Do they die when they poop?
This is one of the most common Google
people are asking.
Googled questions.
If an animal dies when it poops,
apparently.
Why is sloth so slow?
Why is sloth
so slow?
Where does Babby?
What are sloths good for? That's a legit question.
Okay, that's a legit question.
Has a sloth ever killed a human? And do sloths attack? I wouldn't be worried.
Look, a sloth has definitely killed a human because apparently molasses has killed 21 of them.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
everybody's died. I believe any question about has a blank ever killed a human, there must be at least one.
All right, I'm locking in. Look,
You think the sloth one's fake?
I feel real strongly that the Romans is right, but I'm going with the sloths. I got to believe they're not that dumb.
All right, Al.
Mike is 1-0.
Oh!
Yes! The Romans are so stupid. Ancient Romans.
Wait,
Ancient
that means
Romans.
the ancient Romans are dumber than sloths by definition.
You're
The
darn
sloths,
right.
the sloths aren't dumb and don't fall out of trees.
Well, now, hold up.
They were smart enough to figure out that urine is very rich in ammonia and can whiten your teeth.
I was going to say, does it work?
Yes.
Because we're calling them
my
stupid,
gosh.
but they might
okay.
weird the stupid ones.
Hold on. So when I crest white strips, I'm just putting pee in my mouth.
No, I think we've evolved the process slightly over the years.
Slightly.
Yeah, there's still some guys that, they're selling like weasel urine and trying to sell it to people for whitening purposes, but most people do the strips.
Wow.
All right.
All right, Mike is 1-0. Dang it. All right. Next set of 3 facts. Dogs prefer to take poops on a north-south axis. That is why they spin around sometimes when looking for the right spot. Okay. Jury's out on that. Number 2, there are 293 ways to make change for $1 with U.S. coins.
Oh, here we go with the exponential
that's
math
tough.
again.
Math
tough.
is always stupid in these.
That's what the ancient Romans said. And then the third one, the term finish line
No way!
comes from a massive multi-day race held in the 17th century from Norway to Finland. It was a great honor if one could make it far enough to pass the finish line
Quote,
at the end.
finish, as in country of Finland, finish line.
That's baloney.
Get out of here with that one.
I am voting that one is wrong.
All right, Andy's locking in, which is perfect because now I get to jump in with my random facts. The dog one, that's 100% true. 100% true. That is what they are doing. They're trying to line up with north and south, and they're trying to. I don't know how dogs know. They got some kind of magnetic field, and they know which way they got to poop.
It's like animals that know when a volcano is about to erupt. We don't know why they know. They just know.
Sure.
Poop and volcanoes.
So to me, it's down to the dollar, which where I'm suspicious of Owl is, did he go with the number 293 because we would think it is too high or too low? Because the finish line one is so crazy. Jason, where are you weighing in on this?
Look, I've had dogs my whole life. I've seen them poop in every single possible direction. I could think of my dogs yesterday pooping north, west, east, south.
How
It
good
don't
are your
matter.
directions, though, Jason?
My directions are 100% fine at home. The front of my house points north. The back of my backyard points south. My dogs are definitely not always pooping north and south. So, like, this might be some article that says, "Oh, this is what." I mean, how do we know they prefer
says they prefer it?
But that's what I'm saying. How can that be a fact, even if it's true? Well, dogs prefer lollipops. Like, how could did they answer a questionnaire? I take issue with this because I feel like that's going to be true. But I'm saying that's the lie because I watch my dogs poop every direction. My dogs poop 20 times a day, and I've seen them look west.
Okay, Mike, your final vote. We need it.
I'm locking in coins. So do we all have a different answer?
We all have different ones. Al?
Andy's right on this one.
Dang it!
Andy and Mike are both 1-0. Jason's 0-2.
I am not.
We're both 1-1. By the way,
I am
but
0-1 because this can't be a fact.
It is a fact.
You can't tell me a dog's preference to poop north and south.
This is on you, man. I came in here. I told you it was locked.
It doesn't mean the poop's going to lay that way. The poop doesn't necessarily face north.
I'm not talking about the landing.
Lay north and south.
I'm not talking about the landing. I'm talking about the.
There was a 2-year study in which they watched a total of 5,582 urinations.
That's a lot of urinations.
1,893 defecations. And they found that in calm magnetic field conditions, the dogs consistently preferred to be aligned north-south when they pooed. And perhaps the most striking result was that regardless of magnetic field conditions, dogs blatantly avoided relieving themselves along an east-west alignment.
I told you, man.
And the
study was no.
The irony was the study was done by some ancient Romans who used all the urinations for their own purposes.
I and every single
It's called
person
a double
listening
track.
to
That's
this
right.
from now on, the Spitwads and myself are going to watch every single time a dog defecates with far more interest and wonder which direction they're pointing. And I'm telling you, I'm taking pictures of these east-west dogs pooping.
Look, sometimes they do, but it's about preferring. And the day I learned that fact, every time I've watched my dog poop, I'm watching for it. I'm not joking.
It's not worn off over the years? You still pay attention?
Every time I watch her go out there and try to take a poop, I'm like, there we go again, north-south.
I wonder if we didn't use toilets, if we would organically, go north-south. I mean, I don't know.
No.
Ooh, what direction is your toilet?
Sensing the Earth's magnetic fields like dogs are.
Yeah.
Nor are dogs. I refuse.
All right, we're going to go to the last one so that we can get to the finish line on this. Crosswalks were originally painted solid white, but got changed to lines during the Great Depression to reduce paint costs. I believe that.
No way.
That's one of those ones I feel like my instincts are that's 100% true.
That makes a lot of sense.
The second fact, the fastest man-made item to ever be launched was an iron manhole cover, which ended up in outer space.
No way. Oh, this one's not good. This is
and then the third one, eating 30 to 90 grams of polar bear liver is enough to kill a human being.
I'm fully tilted.
I think
I'm
that
fully
one is
tilted.
right as well. I'm officially voting that the manhole cover is wrong.
Look, I'm happy to go 0-3 here because the fastest
Because you have no choice.
Because I have no choice, and there's no way that the fastest man-made item to ever be launched was an iron manhole cover. No way. No way.
That's my vote. That's my vote too. I think that one's wrong. I think that one's a lie.
It's not aerodynamic. A manhole cover.
What are you talking about? It's a frisbee. It's a really heavy frisbee. If
that's fact. I mean that seems like a disc being fired is a pretty conducive thing. They throw discs in the Olympics.
That's super aerodynamic.
Okay, all right. I was seeing it sideways.
What, like they're flipping it like a coin?
Okay. No, just straight. Just like basically blow a manhole cover off the ground. It's not going to outer space. Hold on, I might rethink this because that's the frisbee's a good point, Mike.
The discus, yeah.
Okay. Well, what you got, Mike? You go second.
All right, so Andy, you locked in the crosswalks. I
locked in the manhole cover. I think that the crosswalks is right, and I think that the polar bear liver is right.
Okay, but what in a polar bear liver is
toxins, man?
People?
Polar toxins.
But
really
what
cold.
are they eating that's toxic to humans? Who was eating polar bears?
Well, it's not like snakes eat something that's super toxic to make them venomous, Mike.
But people
it's
can
the inside of their bodies.
But that's their venom glands. That's not their liver.
No.
But here's the deal. I mean,
that's it. Polar bears. I'm locking it in. Polar bear. That's not true.
Polar bears eat a ton of fish, and there's a lot of fish that can. Oh,
is this a mercury thing?
Yeah. There's different ways that fish are going, and liver is supposed to take the poisons out.
I'm
going crosswalks.
He was so solid.
I think that the current landscape is making an easy lie for Al Borland to say that the Great Depression reduced paint costs. I'm going crosswalks.
All right, Al.
All right. Unfortunately, Jason did not go 0-3 because he got that one right.
Thank you, Mike, on the frisbees.
Dang it!
So what? So the polar bear one is
that a mercury thing?
No, it's vitamin A.
There you go. I thought I had heard that, Mike. That's one of those late night facts that I remember hearing.
Where were you on that one? I gave you the truth. I said I locked in. I knew that the Boston Massacre was real, and I knew that the dog's pooping was real.
I didn't help you as much.
No, you did not. You were just like, well, maybe it's true. I don't know. Guess what? I knew the whole time it was true.
I had the same instinct on the crosswalks, though, and I was wrong there because that's apparently a lie.
That was the lie. Yep.
Gosh.
Let's draft.
Okay, well, hold on.
Wait, what was the final score then? That means everybody got one right?
Everybody got one right. Is there a further story on the manhole? Like, what happened?
Yeah, that was in let me look it up real quick. I don't remember offhand, sorry.
A long time ago?
1957, sorry.
So we haven't launched stuff for like 50 years?
It was part of a nuclear bomb experiment, and they detonated a nuclear bomb, and the cap of the chamber got launched into space.
So it did blow straight up? So
yes.
It wasn't...
I mean, I don't know if it was flipping like a coin or if it turned sideways in the air or what, but...
But it wasn't even thrown like a frisbee. The nukes are strong.
Yeah, they estimated that it was going about 125,000 miles per hour.
Oh, that'll kill you.
I could one hand that.
All right, let's draft.
The Spitballers draft.
All right, so Jason is pick number 1 today. Is that right?
That is correct.
And we are drafting a wonderful draft. Toilet paper alternatives. So, look, it's important to know how to pivot to another option. If you don't have toilet paper available, maybe you're out camping and then you went rock hopping and then you're like, man, I gotta take a dumpski.
Oh, I forgot to bring TP.
I have something that I need to broach before this draft happens.
Okay,
Jason, you're number 1. I feel like Jason should not be allowed to draft a bidet.
That's my first pick. Of course you feel like that. I'm the 101.
Because that's
not the spirit of
that. Thank you.
The spirit is wiping. The spirit is wiping.
My goodness.
So you need to find an alternative to manually wipe.
I've been hoodwinked. I get the 101, and you take away my bidet.
Hey, if Al
Best
disagrees with
basketball
Mike
players
and
of all
I,
time. Well, we can't draft Michael Jordan.
because it's not
here's
the
thing.
spirit.
Yeah, the way I'm looking at this is TP is unaccessible as some people are dealing with right now, and it's like, crap, what do I do? What do I have? What? Yeah, oh, crap. Oh, crap. And people aren't just like, oh, here's this bidet I had lying around.
Well,
Look,
no, but, I mean, you're not going to have a lot of the things on my list lying around. I got to go buy it.
You've got to wipe. You've got to wipe.
All right, so there's got to be a wiping aspect of this. Okay, well, that's dumb. With the 100, I take bidet. With the 101, I'm going to take some Kleenex. If it's soft enough for my nose, it's soft enough for my booty.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, that should be the number one pick.
That is the number one pick, and
should be the number 2 pick, but I get it. I do get it. I do admit the spirit of look, here's the truth. I came here fully trying to get the 101 as a bidet, and I assumed I'd have to do the fight after I said bidet, not before I said bidet.
Mike preempted it.
Yes, because it's not the spirit.
Now, do you want the lavender Kleenex or the standardized?
Oh, dude, aloe. I'm going aloe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh,
the
lotiony
one?
Yeah, give me everything that can go in that Kleenex.
Let me ask you this, Jason. How many Kleenex do you need for a good wipe? Because it's clearly not 1 or 2. You need like
what?
They're so thin.
Well, you're saying per
2.
wipe?
Yeah, per wipe. I'm saying you're going to need
2 is fine. You take
two Kleenex and then you
those are
fold them
thick,
up,
and then you fold them. You should be okay with.
I guess
if
if
you
you
get the job done.
I mean, that means it's going to be like 200, by the end.
Right.
But yeah, because I didn't get to my bidet.
Well, I figured. Am I on the clock now?
You sure are.
You are.
I figured that I wouldn't get Kleenex. I wanted it, but I'm going to go with the next best thing. I'm going to go with napkins.
All right.
I'm going to go with napkins. Right. It's not going to be the most comfortable ride, but it's going to get the job done. It's not going to be too messy. It's not a Kleenex. It doesn't have. There are no napkins with aloe, but there's some grooves in there.
I mean, I'll give you this.
The third pick.
It's better than printer paper.
Yeah,
it's barely.
It is better than.
It's better than my pick, which I have to resort to. So I feel like there were 3 easy picks that you just lock into this. So I will take paper towels.
Sure, that is the 103.
I will just get that out of the way because now the draft can begin.
Yeah.
Yes, it can. These were the 3 you have to take because, look, you got to get the job done. But now it's about creativity. It's about innovation.
Yeah, the
it's
draft
also
so far
about
was
inefficiency.
The draft so far is what is closest to toilet paper.
That is correct. You got to get them out of the way. But let's go, Mike. Let's go.
Now we are in dire straits. The 3 things that come to mind that are basically just toilet paper. So with my second pick, I will take cotton balls.
Cotton balls?
What a terrible pick! That's the worst pick I've ever heard. How cotton balls are this big?
Wait, how are you grabbing a handful?
I didn't say I was going one at a time, Jason.
Oh, go ahead.
But how do you hold them all together?
Independent things.
You're going to shoot them up your booty.
You can form a substantial wiping area with cotton balls.
You've got to have a really
candy.
You've got to have a really dense. How do you keep them from just sticking?
Dude, you
can have a bunch of cotton balls stuck to your bum.
All the cotton balls that touch the dirty area. All the cotton balls that touch dirty area are just going to fall right from your grip all over the place. It's going to be a mess. You had a lot better options than
you could have taken cotton balls later in this draft.
Off the waiver wire. I was going to take cotton balls.
Oh, I love it.
Because you haven't thought about it.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Wow, that's spectacular.
That is spectacular.
That's outstanding. Man, now I have to. I'm trying to navigate what will come back to me.
Enjoy viscerating your bunghole, people, because cotton balls won't do that.
Look, I'm gonna make the quick decision here for comfort, and I'm gonna say
that's what I'm
gonna say a T-shirt. I'm gonna say a T-shirt. Look, it's not a real. I'm gonna need a lot of them. I'm gonna need to get a bunch, but it's cotton and it's gonna be soft, and there are going to be. I'm certainly not going to have a bunch of cotton balls in my hand dripping and falling off. So I'm going to take that cotton and put it into a shirt, and then we'll wipe my butt with it. So I'm going to go T-shirt.
That's fair. It's on my list.
You stole my much better pick because you just took T-shirts. I was going to take tour T-shirts from the Fantasy Footballers because we have like hundreds of them left because we went on tour. We bought so many T-shirts, and here's what's funny: we sold the heck out of those T-shirts for some reason. We basically bought enough for every single person in the world to buy. So we
were
have
ready
totes.
for
We have backup toilet paper.
We
Yeah, we were
totes.
ready for the pandemic.
Yes.
And so but you're gonna run out of your own wardrobe now.
No, I'll go by the office. I'll pick them up. I'll pick up
All right.
a tote.
Okay, all right.
You got
Let's
2
see.
picks.
I got 2 picks here. Look, the bidet is going to get it the cleanest. I don't get the bidet. But cleanliness is part of this. You want comfort, but you also want cleanliness, right? ShamWow. I'm taking a ShamWow, baby.
Oh my
it's
God.
it's microfiber. It's gonna. I mean, you've seen the commercials. That thing gets everything clean.
That's basically a sponge, right?
ShamWow's like a microfiber cloth, I believe.
Yeah, ShamWow was
I
very
can picture
different.
what you're saying.
But I'm not
like
going
a rag.
off-brand.
That's a rag. That's like a.
Yeah, I'm taking a real nice microfiber cloth
It
branded
is.
as
I'm trying to
ShamWow.
figure out what it eliminates for us. So does it eliminate the rag category, or not really?
Probably.
Yeah,
I
would
need.
say
I need
so.
to. I haven't seen a
Al?
ShamWow in forever.
Yeah, it eliminates the rag.
ShamWow. Googling ShamWow.
Yeah, that's
Remember that ShamWow
yeah,
guy?
Yeah, that's like a microfiber rag.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a rag.
That's all it is.
My
But you
bum's
went.
going to be
you went
treated
name,
nicely.
You went name brand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
Yep.
Kleenex name brand, ShamWow name brand.
Does that,
That's
are
what it
those
is.
one of the rags that have the silver in them to keep it real antibacterial?
I sure hope so.
All right. So you got to pick another one. So you went Shamu.
Wait,
On
I do?
ShamWow's website, it says ShamWow is perfect for any situation.
Okay.
Well,
Done.
there you go.
There you go.
Well
So-
done.
All right. So that's my first one is the ShamWow. And then now let me ask if this is acceptable because this is really, I mean, I feel like this should have been in the top 3. And because it wasn't, maybe you guys are going to say, I can't use baby wipes. But baby wipes are, I mean, they're made to wipe butts for poop. So what's the verdict there?
Yeah, I'll allow it. That is a complete oversight by myself and Andy. But baby, oh gosh.
I mean, you go down the aisle and
you just
toilet
won
paper
the
is
draft.
You're darn right. ShamWow, Kleenex, and baby wipes.
ShamWow in the garbage. That was baby wipes.
Now, just for the sake of argument, Al, is the spirit of the draft finding something you don't normally use to wipe yourself with?
That's true.
Because wipes and baby wipes are normal.
There are
they're a
specific-
normal use.
There are toilet wipes. which
I'll
are
leave it up
just
to
baby
Al.
Wipes.
If
Okay.
it's just an oversight, then we can give it to him and ruin the entire draft, or we can make him pick again. Either way, Al.
I would make him pick again. I think the spirit of the draft is finding things that you are not made to wipe your bottom.
And
with.
we know preventing Jason from cheating is something we have to do actively in every round.
yeah,
So-
bidet.
You're darn right. You're
Okay.
darn right. I tried.
right.
I tried with my bidet. I tried with my baby wipes. Man,
I'm gonna
you
go
guys-
Toilet paper.
I'm gonna go Charmin Ultra Soft. All right. Well, oh man, I'm already up ahead. I'm gonna take. I think this would work a lot better and easier than T-shirts. I also have way more of them, and they are cheaper to procure. I'm gonna take socks. You got a whole. You already got a glove right there. You put
That's
your
a great
arm
pick.
in the sock. You clean it up, and then you can do the reverse.
Oh, the
pull-off.
inverse. You can do the reverse
and throw
pull-off.
it away.
Ooh,
so much
like-
more.
Do you
Yeah,
do
when
that
you're
for
pulling off
dog
the
poop?
glove.
Do you do that for dog poop? Do you walk around with a sock on and then just pick it up? And
Yeah,
You could.
How else do you do it?
all right, so that was a nice pivot, Jason, from
Thank
your
you.
your baby wipes
So
to
I've got
socks. That's pretty good.
Kleenex, ShamWows, and socks. And after having taken 2 picks away from me,
Well, look, I'm gonna go with what I thought a ShamWow was at first, which is I'm gonna take a sponge.
ooh, that's
Yep.
good. That was
It's
on
on
my
my
list.
It's absorbent. Is that the word? Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, that's
and,
a word.
Soft.
I've never really thought about it, but I think it would be a good experience.
Well, and the nice thing about that is
Are they
You're-
a flushable sponge?
you no, you're not
No,
going to be
okay.
wanted to do that. But
All right.
but you can get them wet. You can get them nice and
Yeah.
moist. Help with the cleanliness factor. I like the sponge pick. That's a
All
good
right.
one.
All right. Thank you.
I am not in a good situation.
Well, no. I would definitely go marbles, Mike.
There's
you
one
had,
I am.
You had cotton balls. I would go marbles.
Because you could grab them together. You can get a bunch of them. I can't wait. There's one I really hope comes back.
Gumballs.
Look, how many picks do I have?
You need 2 more.
Oh, 2? This is my... Well, good. Okay, I alluded to the pick at the beginning of the draft, so I will be the one who takes it with my last pick. But we're going to get back to nature with this first one.
Yeah.
Because when you're camping and you're out in the wilderness and there's dire straits, you grab some leaves.
Yeah, I figured leaves would come out.
You grab some leaves, and they're going to get the job done. And I can dispose of leaves, no problem.
I get a handful of them, and then I go to town.
So here's where...
Here's where the rubber meets the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to like this pick.
Please don't take mine.
Because it sounds... I'm not taking your pick, Jason. I'm taking my pick, and it sounds super terrible, but here's the thing. Our situation, you know what's right next to my toilet after I'm done? Soap and water.
You're going
I'm
hand.
doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am drafting the hand.
That was mine. I'm not taking yours.
All you need is your hand. It will get a job.
I had it circled and asterisked. I wanted the hand.
Yes.
You're not the only one, Jason. You're not the only one.
Oh man.
Hand was there as a poll pick.
Dang it. That means my list is bad.
Now just to give you
on my list
and look,
are unspeakable.
What we can say about the hand, while gross, I know it's not going to hurt me. Like there's no chafage coming from my hand.
Well,
can you pick carpet like the dog wipe? I just get out and I rub my butt along the carpet, do a little dog scoot.
So Mike ended up with paper towels, cotton balls, a surprise second-round pick,
a super surprise second round.
Leaves, and hands.
Oh.
I guess you've got 2 of them. So, well, that got dirty. I have napkins, T-shirt, sponge, and I'm gonna pivot. I had some other options here actually, but I'm going with a mitten.
Okay, that makes sense.
Drafting a mitten.
It's like my sock. That makes sense.
It's like a sock.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit cozier in the winter.
Oh man!
And I can reverse that. I can reverse
your guys'
a mitten.
Pick like a mitten and a sock. I hope you have a lot of them, or I hope you're doing your laundry nonstop. Because this
I'm
is
dropping it into the laundry.
use.
But that's what I'm saying with the socks. I buy a package of those. I go to anywhere I want. I can get the bulk package.
You're not buying a pack a day right now because you're not leaving your house.
Oh, I could. I promise you, socks are in stock right now. If I want to order socks, I can get them by the boatload here. They're gonna be a lot cheaper than mittens. I have a big problem.
That'd be the
fellas.
buttload. But go on.
Oh man, I want to apologize to Spitwads for leaving that clear and obvious pun off my joke list.
Unattended.
My big problem is my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I had 13 things, and they've been
2
eliminated.
of them were cheats. At least 2 were cheat codes.
Well, yeah, I had a bidet and baby wipes, and then I had my tour T-shirts, which
see, I've got one that's like.
I've got a few.
I'll wait. I've got
a
Jason
few.
Picks.
I'm out. So I want to say I'm out, but in truth, I have one thing written down on my list. It was written down as a joke, but here we are.
Here we are.
But here we are. You referred to having silver being sanitary, helping clean up from bacteria.
Steel wool.
I'm gonna take a silver spoon because I'm gonna scrape that sucker clean.
You're going with a spoon?
I'm going with a spoon. Scrape it clean.
Oh my goodness!
You're drafting a spoon.
Easy to sanitize and clean. I didn't want to, but you took 2 of my picks away, so here I stand with a spoon.
Kleenex, ShamWow socks, and a spoon.
And a poop spoon.
Poop spoon.
A poop spoon.
It's a poop scoop.
Oh, yes, a poop scoop. A pooper scooper.
I have a few.
It's better than a fork.
Still remaining here. I've got. This would be very
Let's
humorous
hear your list
to
and
use.
I'll give you mine.
Okay, I have a loofah.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Problematic. I have sheets or pillowcases. And I have towels.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
All right.
Why did you take my hand? And
look,
you did not draft my hand, for the record. You drafted your own hand, but you took my pick.
Don't draft your friend's hands for this one.
So left on my list, but I mean, there's some serious problems, like newspaper.
Yeah.
There's some problems there.
Copy paper.
The actual cardboard roll from the toilet paper.
Yeah.
There's some problems there. And then the pick I was alluding to for Jason. Look, you can't get a bidet, but what if you're trying to splash up there? Get a good old fashioned water gun.
See, I would have. I had those type of things.
Water gun.
A water gun.
See you in 5 hours.
What was set? No, what I was going to take was a water. You can do those water bottles. Think of like the ketchup and mustard squirters, right?
Oh, you're going straight north-south?
Yeah, just go straight. Well, I would go at an angle for protection of the hand, but yeah, just, it's like a self-bidet, but the problem is you said it had to wipe.
Yeah, we did.
Would not have
qualified.
say that.
I gotcha.
I don't know who's going to win this one. I really don't, but I know that none of us want to do any of these ever. So
certainly not the spoon.
It's pretty special.
What did we learn today?
What did we learn today?
Oh, goodness.
I learned that scientists have been lying about dogs' pooping habits, that they need to go north-south, and that I also learned that I need to monitor all dogs' duties.
Yeah, there's a real...
very nice.
Yeah.
I learned today that Andy would rather have someone watch him sleep than take the 4 inches from his face.
Yeah, right. And I learned that nuclear bombs are very, very powerful.
Very powerful.
You learned that today.
That's it. And you guys learned that my brother-in-law sleeps in the nude and slipped on some dog urine.
And he would go downstairs.
He can't be bothered to put underpants on to go downstairs.
He probably has white teeth. See you guys later.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.